New at 6, 13 News Now is connecting people through history. We first brought you the story of a Portsmouth woman's tied to the World War II Army Corps unit called the 688 more than a year ago. Now
her story has made others realize they too are part of this piece in history. Ann Rocco takes us through their journey.
Hey, Anita. Hi, how are you? Hi.
It's not by chance Anita Fletcher is meeting Wilbert Henderson and Miss Morrow in this Chesapeake church.
What a big hug. I love it.
Yes. This union, while only known about for a couple months, is almost 100 years in the making.
This is such an awesome occasion. I mean, this is strengthening your legacy.
I, was listening to her talk about her mom and the story about the male battalion and what have you.
Fletcher's mother, Audrey Whitney, served in the 6888th Central Postal Directory Battalion during World War II. The 6888 was a first of its kind all-women's Army Corps unit. We first told you about her story in 2021 when we learned Whitney took on part of the task of sorting through millions of pieces of backlogged mail during the war.
And I think even though it's recognized, I still have goosebumps about it.
Anita made it her mission to unearth this rich history in Hampton Roads. But little did she know, she didn't have to go very far.
I could recall times where during service where my pastor would talk about snippets of her time in the military. And so I sat there for a minute. I said, I've got to find Miss Fletcher. I got to figure out how to find her.
That effort came in the form of a letter about Miss Morrow's pastor, Odessa Lawrence.
Of course, I had to get in touch with the family, and I called them and I said, I think Pastor was a World War II veteran, and I think she's due to receive a medal. I think she should get all the honors, even in her death, that's due her. She was a person who was truly worthy.
Pastor, I call her Pastor, but she's my aunt.
Odessa didn't have any children, but she was a natural mother, helping to raise her nephew, Wilbert Henderson.
She established the church in 1968, and she just loved people.
Part of her motivation to get the job done, the World War II veteran hand-delivered pieces of mail across Europe in the final months of the war.
There was this one particular story she told about having to carry a piece of mail, a very important piece of mail, to a destination and how she had to ride a bike to get it there.
That's one of Pastor right there.
But behind that uniform, Odessa's true values lie deeper in the hearts of the people who knew her.
When I came out in 2013 to live with her, to take care of her until she passed, you just can't do enough for her. And all the members feel the same way because she have taken care of so many of the members through the hard time, through the teaching, and loving and caring. That was her life.
Lawrence passed away in 2015, just 2 years before Audrey Whitney said goodbye to her family for the last time. But years later, these women's deeply rooted legacies are still bringing people together.
Those women were very honored to even be there. And they did what they had to do to get the job done, and they got it done.
And now this historical connection has a new story to tell.
And I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
In Chesapeake.
That's right.
I'm Ann Rocco for 13 News Now.
President Joe Biden signed a bill into law so the 6888 women like Whitney and Lawrence will receive the U.S. Congressional Gold Medal posthumously.
And there are still a small number of women who served in this unit still alive today. Advocates are still searching for dozens of the members' families to connect them to this honor.